Hey Saber fans, so I've been waiting to get this saber done for quite some time actually. It is A New Hope OB1. Ooh, a little blue light right there, I like it. I like the shine throughs. I actually custom made my own chassis for this. One, to save money, and for two, a little bit of customization I needed for specific components that I used. Crystal Focus 10. Royal blue, white LED. It's not NeoPixel. You can change to white. Let's get back to blue. There we go. I love the weight to this. It's so freaking heavy. I think the weight on it is somewhere over 900 grams, if that tells you anything. I think pounds, it might be 2 or 3 pounds. It's very heavy for a lightsaber. Now, of course, this being a blue, white LED, you can always pop in a photon blade. Trying to get the lockout. And then we have our blade plug as well. Got your Tricree LED. I prefer going Tricrees with Roman Props thin necks just because of how they're set up. Because this emitter is not threaded into this at all. The heatsink on the inside that you've seen actually threads into this thin neck, and that's what holds the emitter in place. While it's a good design, I still don't like it. This is my last Roman Props hilt, and while I like them a lot and they can be modified to accommodate NeoPixel, or you can deal with it in other ways, it's not, in my opinion, it's not the best solution for NeoPixel. If this emitter was threaded onto here, make NeoPixel so much easier, I think. But then again, I'm just a humble little saber installer trying to make his way in the world. So, now, the custom chassis I made. I kind of took some design cues from Goth and fitted them to my own needs. So you have your board access for SD card. You have 7 little blue SMD LEDs on there. So they like to go nuts whenever turn it on. You can see it scrolling back and forth. I can't put it dead on because it'll blind the hell out of you. See? And that's also your deep sleep indicator, more or less. Once it goes into sleep, those will turn off, and then after like a minute or 2 more, it goes into deep sleep. So maximum power saving. Have your, let me just flip those off. Your kill switch, 1.3mm recharge port. This is a layered print. I printed this myself. And the other coup de grace, that bad boy. It's your 6-pole pin connector from Dimitri Stock. Or Stock. And there you have it. There's your 21700 battery. So you'll get long, really long runtime with this. It's non-removable. There's the other 6-pole connector. It's kind of funny, ain't it? And whenever you want to put the top back on, undo the lever. See if I can get it on camera whenever it finally makes contact. There you go. It has a 28mm Vecco bass speaker. It is housed right in that area, and it pumps all the sound, well, really everywhere, actually. It mainly pumps it through the clamp. It also pumps it through some small holes down in the booster, and there's also a hole in the threading on this. Let's see if I can get this unscrewed for you here. I had to grease these threads. This is actually a 3-piece pommel, and the bottom part kept wanting to unthread before this, so I had to throw some super lube on it. Giggity. There's that hole right there for additional sound venting. There's also kind of a small gap on this little bottom spot right here on the sync knob. I still think that's the coolest thing ever. The fact that they made all this out of found parts. Oh, let's just pull this off a sink. Oh, let's pull this off a machine gun. Oh, let's use this grenade. What? Isn't that the craziest thing? You know, this is hands down. I love this OB1. Hands down, one of the best I've ever laid my hands on. You know, I've had the Corbant, I've had the 89 Sabres, but the weight. Oh, the fact that it's actually made out of steel in most parts. I'm pretty sure this is steel. Clamp is stainless steel. The middle clamp section is steel. This I'm not sure about. I'm thinking that it might be chrome-plated aluminum, but I can't be certain on that one. And this is real brass. Real brass. I did use some plumber's tape on the threads on the inside. That way it doesn't unscrew as easy. You know, stock, it unscrews very easily. I did polish this up really good, but it's already starting to tarnish again just from touching. That's amazing. I love it. I have used gun oil on this to preserve it from rusting. That is the best method I've seen so far. Just using just a little bit of gun oil goes a long ways on this and the clamp in the center now, or the clamp cage, I guess you could say. Clamp cage underneath the clamp, I can't show you that because switches, obviously. I did oil that up pretty well. That way, whoever gets this in the near future won't have to worry about that. You don't want to have crap rusting on you. I put quite a bit of work into that chassis. I figured instead of spending 60 bucks and using Goth's chassis, I could learn a thing or two, save some money, and in turn be able to sell it to somebody for cheaper. I still like it. A little blue light. It's the little things that get you, right? Got to be careful with that grenade section. You don't want to accidentally, like, touch them with the actual grip. Like, oh, metal contact, positive, negative. Oh, actually, I don't know if that would harm it at all. I couldn't imagine it would. I don't know. That would take some thought. But better err on the side of caution, right? Yep, lovely chrome-plated clamp. I know it. I gave Roman a bit of a hard time with this clamp, and I greatly appreciate his customer support. He does great work, man. He really does. Whenever I first got this, whenever they make these, they actually bend the clamp, and there was a lot of stretching marks, I guess you could say, from where they would clamp it together, and that just really bugged the shit out of me. And you ended up getting me a replacement. There's, to the naked eye, can't see much of anything. It's even harder to see it on this because the light's reflecting off of it. So shiny, so pretty. It's just that weight. It's so heavy. It's so fantastic. It reminds me a lot of a KR Sabres flagship, the brass version. It's so freaking heavy. And it's the weight that you would expect a lightsaber to feel like. Personally. Oh, let's see. I guess I go through the onboard menu.
Sound bank selection. A balance. Like. Legacy.
I have to. Blaster. Walk up. Force effect is a hiss. And my favorite part's the power off. It's just so fantastic. I love it.
Sound bank selection. Audio player.
This is General Kenobi. Hello there.
Let's get the troll in here.
You can't win.
Thank you, Aaron Sokowski.
Missed me.
Love it.
There's never time to limber up.
That is one thing I've always loved about Plector. The pre-ons and post-offs. It just makes it so much better for me, personally. But yeah. Beautiful hilt. Beautiful hilt. Well, I think that's all I have to go over in this video. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time, may the Force be with you always.